Dr. N. Jagadeesh, National Technical Manager at Kemin Industries South Asia Pvt Ltd, is an expert in the field of animal nutrition and health. With extensive knowledge and experience, he has contributed significantly to the development and application of innovative solutions that enhance animal performance and well-being. His leadership at Kemin Industries has played a crucial role in advancing the company's mission to improve quality of life through science-driven solutions in animal nutrition.
Very good morning, all. So I think everybody has came. I think still some people are outside. We have to wait for that, or we can start? We can start, no problem. Okay. Directly I will go to the topic. Today just we will go to see in short about integrated technology in poultry production. So everybody know technology and poultry production separate because that too for the new students or startup teams. So we will discuss in short what we have to do, what we are doing already, because my earlier speaker, they told that so many technologies are there. Already we adapted and we are doing some technologies, technology integration, but how far still we have to go through, or how we take through these new advanced techniques. These we will see in short. Just the first slide is nothing but just short introduction how and where the industry is. Actually, Indian poultry industry is growing, not only Indian poultry industry, global industry also. It's growing at very fast rate in the last 2 decades. Earlier some people told India ranks third in the egg production, but now it is they came up in the second. India ranks second in the egg production and fifth in the meat production, and almost for quite long time we hold the first position for milk production. So this is our things. Coming to per capita consumption, for eggs, it is around 103 eggs per year. That is one person is consuming 103 eggs per year. Whereas our ICMR recommendation is 180 eggs per year. So huge gap is there. But if you compare this with developed countries like Japan, US and all, they are 280 and 330 plus. So still our gap is huge, our growth possibilities are huge, chances are huge, opportunities are huge. That too with our captive consumption itself, with our considering our population, we are ranking 1 in the population. So our demand is huge. Then coming to meat, total meat production, including poultry and other meat, sheep, goat, cattle, all, buffaloes. The meat consumption, per capita consumption is 7.8 kg per annum. Whereas poultry meat alone, if you take it, it will be around 3.62 kg. So here also the ICMR recommendation is around 10.3 kg. So the gap is again huge wide. So everywhere, even the per capita consumption increases by 500 grams, our demand will be very high. So that much is a growth opportunity for new team or startup for youngsters. With that small intro about the industry or information, we will start the technology discussions. So what is the current challenges? Because all the improvements, innovations, advancement will start with the challenges. We have to work with the challenges. What is the solution? How we can bring the solutions? So our main thing is global warming, that is temperature. Because every year temperature is increasing. Even Coimbatore is last year experienced 40 plus. So you think of North India, where the climate extreme is more. It is directly related with the poultry stress. Because of stress, we will get disease. So disease challenge is also increasing year on year. So everywhere problems are more. During particularly this is the right season, it starts of the summer, going to start. So problems also will start, already started in the current year. Then raw material availability. Yes, this is another big threat. Apart from raw material cost, availability itself is a matter. So because of different ethanol production and different sector things, so our maize and soya availability is a big issue. Then again, quality. Quality now comes next, first availability, then quality. Because of quality also we are facing many immunosuppression and other diseases. Then another big challenge is market volatility. that is fluctuations, price fluctuations. Huge price fluctuation is there in India, where we are totally depending on wet market. It is not a frozen or a chilled or a packed meat sales. So if that is there, for example, in New Zealand or any other Western countries, meat price is fixed, egg price is fixed, like other commodities. So maybe they will change the price in a year or 6 months once. But here, it is changing daily, on daily basis. Then margin. Because of market volatility, margin is very less. Not we can say less, sometimes negative also. So sometimes positive, sometimes negative, sometimes very thin. So we can't able to see the weekly or what we can say monthly average price or profit. In 2000s, when we came to the industry, by the time and all, in a year 9 months will be a profit, 3 months will be a loss. But nowadays, 9 to 10 months is in loss, only 2 to 3 months is in profit. So that much the market volatility is there and margin is very critical and fluctuating. Then natural threat. Yes, summer stress, not only apart from temperature fluctuations, drought, flood, cyclones, these are also affecting the farm productivity and profitability. Then skilled manpower. This is the most, what we can say, demanding things nowadays. And first of all, manpower itself it is a problem. Then skilled manpower, second problem. Because right now, at the point of moment, we are facing labor shortage in almost all the poultry farms. See, every farm we had less labor shortage. Because of that, it directly affects the productivity. For example, rearing, feeding, egg collection, and doing artificial inseminations, everything is in trouble. So with these challenges, how we have to overcome with the new technologies, new innovations, just we will see. So technology in poultry production, yes, we have lot of data in farming sector, but how we are utilizing this data in analyzing the productivity or in integrating with the technology, this is one important thing. Data analysis for performance tracking system or performance improvement. Then batch records, because we are mostly of new team. Normally we will have every batch, every cycle. For example, breeder bird means 72 weeks, breeder and grandparent, whereas the last generation broiler means 6 weeks. So we have huge data in parent and GPs. Whether we are properly analyzing and utilizing these data for our improvement, innovation or profitability, it's there, we are doing, but how much percentage? Maybe 50% or less than that. Even if 50 is very bigger things. Then research and development. This is also important area in every production sector. Because we have to spend some percentage of things in R&D, research and development. Then only the industry will grow. Then budget versus actuals, yes. Whether what is the standard egg production, whether standard meat production, or FCR, that is feed conversion ratio. Whether we are getting that, where we are, whether we are analyzing, what is the reasons. Then value chain analysis, starting from GP or parent to hatchery, then commercials, then retail market segment, selling segment. At last, what the price the customer is getting. Whether that price benefits the customer is enjoying or consumer is enjoying or in between middleman is enjoying. These are all question marks. Question mark, we have to study. Then data analysis and technology implementation, yeah, whatever somebody told earlier, whatever the technology we develop, how far we are fast in implementing those technologies. Then integrating the real-time data management systems. Real-time data management system is nothing but we have to make the whatever the virtual or actual live farm performance or live bird situations, we have to take decision based on those data or live bird conditions, that it makes the sense in implementing the technologies. Next. Yeah. What is the integrating technology? We're telling integrating technology in poultry production, or we will say is integration. Normally, integration is known concept in case of poultry production. It started in the, as somebody told earlier, Coimbatore is the best innovative place for this integration. They started the Coimbatore, total, for all over India, it started in Coimbatore only, 1980s. So, That integration of, that is poultry integration, that is different. That is by giving the input and by purchasing the output, buying back the output. But here integration technology is nothing but a process of using the modern tools and equipments for better productivity. Whether we are totally zero, no. Already we are doing for the almost 30 to 40% level, we are already implemented in many areas. But how far we can improve? So the data technology, all these technology, why we are doing? All this technology should reduce the burden to the farmer. It should reduce the labor, it reduce the production cost, it should ease for the production productivity, it will improve, it has to improve the productivity. So all these things, for this only the technology we are implementing, any technology, whatever may be. Next. 1 second, I think it is hiding the things, view. That is, Dharmaraj, where is he? Is not there. Anyhow, okay. Total light, Marakidhan Nanikara. From Angaran background, what we are saying. So these are all some technologies we already implemented. Environmental control system in poultry farms. While speaking, I think KSR college principal told ECOs. These already many years back itself we implemented. Western countries, they started many years back. 100% with environmental temperature sets. There are different type of sets like tunnel ventilated or semi-EC house like that. So totally taking the control of all the temperature, environment, humidity, everything. Then automated feeder system, these are also started. Whether this is implemented in all the farms? No, this is implemented in big farms because cost-wise again, that factor for small farms. Then automated collection system. Yeah, now in breeders also with the EC house with the battery cage type of systems. Yeah, we are implementing automatic feeding and collection systems. Litter collection also. That is a big threat now. Litter waste disposal. How far it is there? In open farms, nowadays it is a big environmental hazard because of fly problems. So how far we are disposing effectively? Then biogas plant. How far you are utilizing this waste conversion into useful energy? So we are collecting the litter and we are making into, we are utilizing in biogas plant in the form of energy resource. Then hatchery. Earlier it was small hatchery, multi-stage incubator like that. Now we are setting almost 1.25 lakhs eggs in a single machine. We are getting almost 1 lakh chicks after 21 days of incubation. So that much we are advanced. Then automated and semi-automated feed milling systems. Yeah, as I previously told, our poultry production totally depends on feed cost or feed management. 70% of our production cost is totally dependent on feed. So how far we are advanced in feed production, feed milling technologies. So these already we implemented, but yet to make 100% automated. Next. So biologicals, yeah, vaccines. There is a many myth how far they are preventing the disease. They are using a lot of antibiotics, medicines, hormones like that. It's not. It's not like that. There is some judicial practice also it is there. Because in many forums earlier I used to speak in colleges, even Nirmala Arts College and many colleges. They ask as an industrial person, I used to speak, I used to give a lecture, deliver a lecture. Many people they ask, sir, whether you are using hormone. How is producing this much short span of time, this much eggs? No. It's not just like things we can't use the hormones. It is 200%, 300%, 500% false myth, I can say. It is mainly because of balanced diet. If you use hormones, we have to sell it per kg meat at 1,000 in thousands. That to government also, there is always government have some regulations, regulatory norms. They are also checking regularly. So we are using mainly the balanced diet, protein, then the genetics. Because of that, fast growth we are achieving. Similarly, for disease prevention, vaccines. Like humans, we are using vaccines. Humans also, the day by day vaccine is increasing numbers. Here also we are increasing the numbers depending on the challenge. So in vaccine also we are using the advanced latest technologies like vector vaccines, in vivo vaccines. We are doing vaccine at the hatchery itself, at the stage of egg stage itself before pull out. Then marketing, yeah. In marketing also we do some research and innovations. Just we are not giving as a meat or egg, enriched eggs, like value-added products, marinated chickens. So many products we are giving, ready to eat, organic things, so many things are there. Next. Yeah. Coming to the actual topic of integrated technologies. Industry 4.4. This is the recent concept that's going on. As Janagaran told, first, second, third, and fourth, and fifth generation, we are in the phase of development. So it is nothing but, it makes a revolutionary in the manufacturing sector. Utilizing the innovations and the data exchange or data processing, what we can say, in the manufacturing sector. Similarly, in the farming sector, and manufacturing means feed milling, feed production, feed manufacture. Similarly, in farming sector, that is called smart farming. Same utilizing the same automation and database management. So how far we are effective in improving our productivity by using all these smart sensors or farming. Then DNA mapping, yeah. DNA mapping we are doing in case of particularly in health sector, disease diagnosis, even in poultry also. Day to day we are facing the trouble and we are doing the disease diagnosis with so many RT-PCR, PCR, all these things we are doing. This we started almost, even in India we started 30 years back. Even in 90s when I studied PG, I did in DNA only, PCR. So that much, nowadays in many companies they are doing PCR diagnosis in their own lab. So that much we are advanced. Still we are using in that disease diagnosis and particularly in case of studying the genetics of the bird. So how far we are improving in making the performance by genetic study or analysis, gene mapping like that. Then smart sensors and monitoring systems are used to control the different process in the farm or in the hatchery or in the feed mill. Similarly, health monitoring also with IoT sensors, Internet of Technology. How far we are using the Internet of Technology, which is available for many in case of normally, basically we are using in disease diagnosis. So how far we are going to implement in farming. Next. Water quality management system, also somebody asked just in the tea time. Yeah, based on earlier days, we used to test the water, what is the pH, hardness, then we are adding water sanitizer or adjusting the pH. Nowadays, online system is there. Even we are implementing online dosing systems. It will study their pH and accordingly it will alter the dose of the sanitizers or acidifiers. So that we are implemented in many companies. Only thing, in big companies it is possible, cost-wise in small companies, small farms it is difficult. Then genomics breeding, yeah. This is totally to meet this demand of the industry and to the customers for improvement of the performance traits. That means performance like how fast we are getting the eggs or chicks. Then in disease prevention. So there we are using this genomic study. Then precision farming, that is PLF normally called as precision livestock farming. So how far we are using all the sensors, microphones or cameras. So by that way we can able to judge the condition of the bird through remote sensing mechanism. You no need to be present in the farm directly. So through this way, because in all the EC shed, environmental control sheds, we can able to implement these things even in open shed also, no doubt. By the way, we are monitoring the health and behavior of the birds and we can able to take the decision quickly, fastly. Nowadays, there is no time. We have to make how fast we are implementing, how fast we are diagnosing the disease, how far we are treating. So we can control that easily. And we can ultimately we can get the economic benefits. We can save the birds. Yeah, these benefits of PLF is precision livestock farming is including early detection of disease, optimizing the feed and water intake. For each production steps, we can make it. Next. Sensors for individualized monitoring. Yeah, this is helpful for health monitoring systems and also for EC sheds. Then biosecurity solutions. In poultry, biosecurity is the main critical area because saving the bird or any live things from the disease. Nowadays, online, many softwares are there. So it will capture how you are implementing the technology, where is the lackness, what is the recommendation. So these are all the online biosecurity monitoring systems. Then waste management technology, as I already told, utilizing the litters for biogas plant, that will reduce the biological hazards also. So unnecessarily it will prevent the environmental hazards, it will reduce the pollutions. Then traceability and supply chain management. This is very important in case of marketing sector, starting from the farm till it reaches not only a retailer, consumer. So we can trace where the problem, which batch. So nowadays branded chickens, branded eggs are there. Even they will have their code. So from which day it was produced, which batch it was produced, from which place, which farm, everything we can get the details. Even in case of feed mill, production things also. Not only in case of supply chain, in case of marketing, even in case of production systems. We are producing the feed daily, different quantities in million tons. So which batch it was produced, which date, which raw material you used, what is the quality of the raw material, so what is the temperature, so everything, which batch, which supervisor or which in charge attended that production online systems, so everything we can able to trace it. So that much level we are already be implemented. It will help for coordinating and integrating the farming activities also. Next. Then AI. Because AI is one of the techniques, artificial intelligence. So again, it is mainly AI is used for optimizing the performance by using different or advanced tools, machineries, equipments. Nothing but what we can say for ease in production systems. Particularly, it can be used for a ventilation system. That is the big threat nowadays. When we are going with a closed house, that is environmental house, where we maintain the temperature of 24 to 26 degree throughout the year, sometimes if there is any management or a machinery equipment failure is there will be loss of almost 1,000 numbers of birds. Many cases it happened also in different countries. In India, in Namakkal, Coimbatore, even I am regularly visiting Bangladesh and Sri Lanka and Nepal, there also we lost some 30,000 birds. 30,000 birds means if you convert it into cost, it is in crores of rupees they lost. Where we can make this AI system, it will alarm the toxic gases. If you are inside the shed, any ammonia gas is high or the percentage level goes above the normal level, then it will give alarm. So like that, this is just for example, toxic gases or ventilation, normal humidity and temperature, if it is not maintained, then birds' comfortness will not be there, you will lose the productivity. So that also with AI technology, we can prevent that. So this AI technology is nothing but integrating again the production data with machinery equipments. These are all the important things. Then robotics in handling the poultry. Yes, it is not too far. Already in Western countries and developed countries they started. So like I saw in Hyderabad also, in hotels, robotics comes and serves our food. So whenever there is a routine systems in poultry industry, there is a feeding regularly, day-to-day regular feeding is happening, egg collection. So whatever the regular routine things, initially we can start up with the robotics. So what is the advantage in robotics? So it can prevent the contaminations. It can handle in a safe and easier manner, more efficient. So still, this is yet to be, what we can say, practiced in our country. Next. Then 3D printing technology, prosthetics, like human. They are replacing the human parts. This is most where we can apply this in the value birds, high value birds, like GPs, not GPs, pure lines. Pure line is where only the genetic things it will happen, genetic selections, where it is very costly affair. So those areas, the precious birds, if anything happens, that also it can be replaced. Then drone, it is not yet come to the poultry industry till now, not yet standardized for poultry, but it can be utilized for indoor systems in big farms. It may come, it is not too far. Then augmented reality technology. It is already used in meat processing sector. By way of scanning the things, we can trim the meat and other process, where we can implement in bulk in production sectors. So it is already in process in meat processing industries. Then virtual reality. Yeah, there is also a budding technology, but costly, where we can monitor the birds pakka without any human intervention or disturbance. Because all these are the solutions for our current issue of labor shortage. So that is the main big threat in the poultry industry, labor shortage. Next. This is in case of hatchery. Because all the whatever the eggs produced, we have to set it in the incubator. So that is in two part, again hatcher, setter and hatcher. In that we can implement these smart incubators where it will sense the machine ventilation environment, temperature, humidity, everything. So it will alter based on the current available temperatures. So no need to manually make the temperature alteration or ventilation alteration or humidity. So it will automatically it will do that. So by that way it will save the embryo life. Ultimately the chicks percentage will improve, hatchability will improve. Then hatch tech, yeah, this is in case of hatchery. Last 3 days, hatcher mission, last 3 days of incubation, 18 to 21 days. Because normally the egg incubation is from 21 days, from start of 1 to 21 days. In that 1 to 18 days will be in the setter and the last 3 days will be in the hatcher. So in the hatcher, when the chicks comes out, it will give the uniform climate, even in before the pullout also, before chicks comes out also, to the egg, so that your hatch will be uniform. There will not be any variations. So you can get the good hatchability or better hatchability. So even you can feed the chicks. Normally we will feed the chicks in the farm level or after pullout, after taking the chicks from the machine, we will do feeding in sometimes in summer we will use to give some supplements to avoid dehydration in the basket itself or during the transport. Normal practice is we will start feeding from the farm. So this we can feed the chicks in the incubator machine itself. So that to avoid, because one chicks will pull out 1 hour before, some chicks will pull out 4 hours after. So it will vary. The chicks, it will normally, we will call it as some hatch window term. So it will vary around 24 hours. So why other chicks should lose the weight when it hatches first? So we have to avoid dehydration. So chicks' weight will be uniform. So there will not be any weight loss. So that way we can prevent the loss to the producer. So that is hatch tech, microclimber. Next. RNA technology. Yeah, this is little bit, still already it is there in Western countries, they are trying this, but how far the public or things will be accepting, it will alter the sex ratios. Normally in case of broilers, we will get the higher, better weight in males, whereas in case of laying industry, females is the, money producing chicks. So males will not be useful for these things. So this is by what we can say, modifying the activity of the sex determinant genes. This way it will alter this sex numbers. Then coming to smart scan, these high resolution cameras are available to judge what is the condition of the embryos inside the egg. So based on that, whether we need to make any changes, that we can do it. So it will improve the fertility of the, hatchability and fertility and hatchability. Then some shell get technology is there. It will determine the sex, helpful for sex determination by endocrinological hormone, by judging the hormonal levels. Then in vivo hatchery vaccination. This already we are doing, like injecting the vaccine when the child is inside the mother uterus, like this way. This is injecting the vaccine or giving the vaccine inside the egg itself. So that way we can prevent the disease. Otherwise, we have to do vaccine at day 1, immediately after hatch, or 0 day. We can say immediately after hatch means 0 day, we will call it as. So that day we have to do the vaccine. To prevent that, we will inject the vaccine in the egg itself, in vivo vaccination. Next. So coming to this, these are all we saw in production or feed milling sector or marketing. How far, as I told, 70% of our production cost depends on nutrition, feed. So how far we can implement these technologies in feed sector or nutrition. LCF, least cost formulation, this is already everybody we are doing already, 100% well implemented. So based on the raw material and the market cost or depending on the local situations, so we are making least cost formulations. Then model applications. This is like in vitro, imitating the same gut environment in the lab. So we can study how far this nutrient will be helpful or improve the immunities like that by using the empirical and mechanistic model. Then NIR, this also almost, it is in practice for quite long, many number of years. So near infrared reflected spectroscopy. These mainly, all these technologies are depending upon the data which you feed. This NIR is immediately, it will give the result. Normally, if you do manually, it will take 4 hours, 3 hours, or even 8 hours also. But it will give a result in a moment of time. But the accuracy depends on the data, what you enter in that. So all our past history data, we have to feed that. So based on that data, you will get the result. If your data entry is small, your accuracy will be less. If you enter more number of data, then your accuracy will be better. So these are the NIR we are using in nutrition, that is feed lab, to assess the raw material and the feed quality. Next, automated control systems, to monitor and manufacture the complex process in the feed mill. So that automated control systems are used in the feed mill. Big data machines, when your data, when your variation factor is large, that is, for example, in volume, variety, and velocity, if it is too much, what we can say, variation is there, then you can use these big data machines. Then Internet of Things, this is used in feed milling also. Not only in farm production, we can use it in feed milling, global, by using the global network. The data will directly captured in the network by using the internet. So you can get the, what we can say, interpretation. You can do decision makings or whatever the decisions you want to take, you can take it. You can get the references also, global reference also. That is one advantage in case of IoT, Internet of Technologies. Then based on that, you can make decisions. You can take the decisions, so you can prevent the problems and you can improve your performance. Next. Advanced precision nutrition. Like precision livestock farming, PLF. Here also nutrition also we can make. Precisely we can judge the nutritions and nutrient requirement based on the bird or based on the target group, which sector you are going to make. For example, for the students and things, for tandoori means 1.4 kg or big bird means 2 kg. So based on that things, we can make the target nutrition factors, that is formulations. Then light out manufacturing. Lights out manufacturing is nothing but 100% of automated systems where you can operate the entire process of feed mill without light. That means no need of human intervention itself. Automatically, even there is no light, you can produce 100% of the feed production can be manufactured, can be done without light. That means with 100% automations. Then make feed poultry software. This is developed by government ICR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research Institute, where there is a different agroclimatical challenges are there. We can use these softwares because it varies depending on the climatic zones. Then augmentation of nutrition bioavailability. In nutrition, that is one big thread. How far the unconventional feed, that means if you take 100 grams of things, only 70% is digestible or 80%. The remaining thing goes waste. How far we can improve in utilizing those undigestible part, unconventional feeds. Not only regular feed raw materials, other raw materials also we can utilize, because that varies from regular used raw materials and alternate ingredients or unconventional feedstuffs. So those all things also we can, by using these AI technologies, we can utilize those undigestible part or waste part, making into usable energies. Next. In vivo injection of nutrients, as I told in the hatcher, depending on your immunity or challenge or requirement, we can inject the nutrient directly in the egg itself before hatch. Then nutrigenomics. This is a big revolution, and it will make a big revolution in the poultry industry by studying the genetic things of the bird and by altering the resources or the challenges or expectations that we can make it. So these are all some of the techniques we are already using and which can be implemented also in future. Next. So what are the obstacles in implementing this? Because when you take it, every change or every new innovations, there will be some, there will be some obstacles will be there. We can categorize as internal or external obstacles depending on the management or organization level, decision makings. Then economic cost, this is the most important. Whether this technology will be useful for me, maybe it will be useful for him or her or third person. because my level of operation may vary. Whether it will be useful for me, that is one big thing. Then laboratory, how far? Many things are in field lab study, because many R&Ds, because I was in production sector for 17 years. We got good result in our R&D farms. But whereas when we implement in the bulk stage in the field, it will fail, because the challenges totally vary. In controlled system, it is different. When we go in mass scale, it is different. Challenge is different. Many times, sometimes it fails. So how far? That is also one challenge. Then human interrelationships, because even still the machineries, we have to monitor sometimes. Then success risk, how much percentage the success are there. So these are all the shortcomings of coming to internal obstacles. External obstacles, yeah, of course. Whenever you make that government regulatory norms and public acceptance, these are all important things. Then consumer preference, because whatever the factor or whatever the product we produce, it is totally for the consumer. So whether the consumer acceptance is there, that is also big thing. So these are all the obstacles. Next. So yes, coming to the conclusion. So for better productivity, the database is required. In poultry industry, we have a lot of data. So how far we are utilizing, how far we are analyzing, how far we are integrating the data into the technology, that is the most important thing. Then with the data, with those data, how we do value chain analysis, that is most important. Batch to batch, year to year, financial year. So we are no need to wait for financial year, batch to batch. Whether that batch is in profit or loss, what is the plus we have to implement in the further next batches, future batches. What is the minus, what we should not do. Normally in many cases they will give do's and don'ts like that. Then how we are, with that data analysis, how we are integrating that data into technologies, how we are helping, how we are utilizing the technology to improve our production efficiency, to improve our performance, to improve our profit, to reduce our production cost, so that consumer also get benefited. So apart from that, we have to not only, with those things we can't, it didn't stop. How far the new technology, what is the innovation we made, what is the R&D we made, how we fast in implementing those new technologies. Then everything we can't be implemented just like that. We have to make it on trial basis, on trial lot. Based on the trial data, whether it is useful for me, it is useful for us, useful for the industry. So that those technologies we can implement. Then once we decide whether it is practical, then we have no time lackness. We have to implement immediately. Then at last, but not the least, cost economics, ROI. Because this is a commercial industry. So everything will be based on ROI, return on investment. So what I put, how much I will get. Otherwise, no use in any technologies. That is most important. So data, technology, analysis, adapt and profit. These are the balanced equations. So based on that, we can improve our performance so that industry and the people, the society will get benefited. Thank you. Thank you in short. Any questions from any persons we can discuss? So at last I will end with the same, again the point which I quoted in between. So poultry, meat and egg, it is 200% safe for consumption. No need to worry, because that is in the minds of youngsters, which I faced in my lectures in the colleges, different colleges. As an industry person, I used to deliver some speech. So that is the big questions. So 100% you don't need to worry for the college students or youngsters. So if you have any doubt, you can clarify. All our many people are PFRC now. That separate division is there. PFRC is working for that to clarify the public doubt, to integrate this industry with the public. Everywhere that integration is required, that is the main area. So with the small things note, I'd like to thank our speech. Thank you. Thank you.